Hello and welcome to another video. This video is the best of 10 tag. I have more than 10 films here. Basically I just did whatever's in my collection at the moment. And I just want to say thank you for film reviewer Alex for the nomination. And well done on 50 subscribers. And thank you for the shout out this morning. It was really much appreciated and meant a lot, and I'm loving your content at the moment. So yeah, thank you again for the nomination, and I'll get on with it. So first one is I've got horror. Obviously, there's quite a few horror classics, but I went for two I really loved, and the first one is The Lighthouse. I was blown away when I saw this at the cinema. I saw it with, two mates and his girlfriend. One of my mate and his girlfriend did not like this. They didn't connect with it. My other mate absolutely loved it. Will, this is mostly for you to be happy about. But yeah, The Lighthouse is just a psychological, stunning horror film, and I really like it. I could have got The Thing, because I love The Thing, but I thought I'd go for some. I tried to go whenever time I was picking something different, or something what most people wouldn't put, but some of them I have to. So next one is I Saw the Devil, a fantastic sort of horror chase film, going after each other, and it's really good. The best bit about it's got Koi Sang Mi, the guy from Old Boy, Choi Min Sing. Yeah, I can't say his name. The main guy from Old Boy. This is a really cool psychological thriller / horror. It's really entertaining, and yeah, I thought I'd give it a bit of love, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about it in a video. Next is action. I do like action films, but I'm just not a huge fan. And basically, how I got all my films was through. I basically went on Letterboxd and went through my collect. Cause I've got a list on Letterboxd of my complete collection, and I just had a gander at what came up under that section. So for action, first of all we've got Harakiri on Eureka. I'm blown away by this film when I first watched it recently, and it's just outstanding, and I would highly recommend for people to watch this film. If you don't like subtitles, I just recommend just going for it, because a lot of people get put off by them, and like for me, I'm like heavily dyslexic, so like I struggle at reading at the best of times, but I've fallen in love with Asian cinema, so Harakiri is definitely up there for people to watch. It's just an outstanding story, and it's brutal, and it's stunning. Next one is Bronson with Tom Hardy in. I absolutely love this film, and I don't think it gets enough love. The soundtrack is stunning, and I don't think, what's his name? Nicholas, yeah, I'll just call him Nicholas. Did Valhalla Rising and Drive, what are both two outstanding films, but I absolutely love Bronson. The soundtrack, Tom Hardy's performance is outstanding, and I just highly recommend it. It's British, well, it's not British because the director's not British, but it's just an outstanding bit of film. Sci-fi, I'll go with the simple one first. That's 2001: A Space Odyssey. You know, it's Kubrick. I don't need to say much else about him, really, I would say. I hope not, if you haven't. I'd just recommend going and sort of experiencing some of his films, because he's an absolute genius at cinema, and I think most people have heard him. Next one's on Criterion, and that is Stalker. I have mentioned this in a few film videos about how much I love this film. It's Russian, if that puts you off, but it's absolutely stunning. The cinematography, the sort of science fiction behind it, I absolutely love, and it's brilliant. I recommend picking it up. There is an artificial eye release of it, but the Criterion is absolutely stunning, and I recommend picking that one up. Next one is Adventure. These are both two Criterions, and the first one is Steve Zissou, Life Aquatic, a Wes Anderson film I absolutely love. You've got some outstanding performances from Willem Dafoe and Bill Murray, what I absolutely love. Owen Wilson's great in it. You've got just stunning cinematography and set building, and you've got a really lovely score all the way through, and it's a cool adventure film, if you can call it that, but that's what Letterboxd calls it, so Don't come for me, come for Letterboxd. The next is the Samurai Trilogy, but mostly it's the last one, Jula Kenji Island. Basically, the first one is alright. Second one, it gets better, but the third one I absolutely loved, because the whole through the films, you're building up this duel at the end between these two friends, and it pays off, and I absolutely loved it. And I recommend picking this up. I don't think it costs loads, but you are getting 3 films and a Criterion, which is lovely, and it's a really nice remaster, even though some of it was looking a bit dodgy, but what can you do when you're like struggling with such an old film? Next is romance. First we've got, I'll go with my favourite one out of the two, is Fallen Angel by Wong Kar-wai. I can't wait for the Criterion box set for him to come out. I'm getting that on day one. But I'll have to do with this for the moment. It's just an absolute stunning film. Basically, I don't know how to describe it without like going on for too long. I absolutely love it. The cinematography, the score, the performances, everything about this film I absolutely love, and I recommend checking it out. And the next one is a Spike Jonze film, and with Joaquin Phoenix in it. That's Her. This is an absolute lovely film, and brilliantly performed by Joaquin, and it's got a really lovely meaning all the way through film. It breaks your heart, and you got to see this sort of life of Joaquin Phoenix coping with loss of love, but he finds it with Scarlett Johansson. I don't blame him. I'd be falling in love with her in a heartbeat. But yeah, anyway, next one. I'll go Western. Western, I don't have many. My friend Dan, shout out to Dan if you watch this video, got me The Searchers, where it's somewhere, what I'm planning to watch in the next week or two, hopefully. I need to watch more Westerns. I used to get brought up on them when I went to my great uncle's house. That's all he'd watch, and watch Westerns and go to America like once a year. So I got 3 or 4 in my collection, but the first one is a Korean film I absolutely loved from start to finish. The Good, the Bad and the Weird. This was a cool Western. It's got its own twist with Korea, like most Korean films. It's wacky, it's different. There's some really good performances in this, and I don't know what else much to say about it. It's a really cool Western, and I wish more people would see it. And by Kim Ji-woo, who's a really cool Korean director who's got some absolutely great films under his belt. So yeah, next one is what I got from Poundland. That's The Hateful Eight. I do need to rewatch this film. I don't know if I loved it, or it's alright. If I had Django, I'd be showing Django off, but I don't have Django sadly yet. So this Hateful Eight, and I really like this slipcover. It's really clean. But I will be watching this film again. Thinking of doing a Quentin Tarantino video in the next few weeks, because cool animation. This another film that could have popped up in this. No, it hasn't. Have I not got it out? This one's borrowing it. Sorry about this. I thought I got it out. Oh, it's there. I found 2 now. I did only have 1, but one is one of the most stunning films I've ever seen animated, and that's Loving Vincent. Basically, when you find out about this film, is every shot is a new painting done in Van Gogh style, and I've absolutely loved it. I got to see this on opening night with a Q&A from some of the cast members and some of the crew, and I fell in love with this film. And I love Van Gogh's artwork, and I love everything about him. I love the Doctor Who episode. It's not amazing, but that last speech at the end in Doctor Who in that episode, it blows me away every time. And every time I see that clip, 'cause I watch it quite a lot, it makes me want to watch this film. But I do need to watch Eternal Gates again with Willem Dafoe, but this is an absolutely stunning of a film, and I think more people should check it out. It might be not for everyone's taste, but it's cool. Next one is an anime, if you can count. Anime is a animation film. I would count that. If I had some Studio Ghibli films on Blu-ray, I've only got some of them on DVD, I'd probably show one of them. But Akira, a fucking fantastic sci-fi film. This could have gone in the sci-fi section, now I think about it. But what a shame it's in this section. But yeah, I absolutely love this film. It's just so cool, and I love it. Next, we'll go for comic book film, because this is where I thought I'd put Akira. I'll put Akira in this section as well, just in case. But I think one of these films, well, obviously one, I know this one is a comic book, and that's Logan. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's probably the best X-Men film, maybe. Hugh Jackman, great performance for the end. Didn't like the little girl in it because she kept irritating me, but I do plan to watch the black and white version of this, the noir version. I think that's going to add another level to the film. And the next one is, I think it is originally not a manga, but I'm not 100%, so that's why I said Akira. That's Perfect Blue. I could have gone for, this is like a thriller psychological badass film. It's really enjoyable. I saw this at Leeds Film Festival for the first time, probably about over 5 years ago, probably longer than that now because I'm old, and I absolutely loved it. And I got to see it with a good mate of mine from school, and she loved it because she's into anime and manga. I'm not, because I'm not a weeb. If you're into it, then I haven't had the experience of watching loads. I've seen Attack on Titan. I really like One Punch Man, but I just need to sort of get into it. I tried to watch Classroom Assassination on some app and Crunchyroll, maybe, and I can only watch a few episodes. Comedy. One's an absolute classic. I think a lot of people know, a Wes Anderson film, Grand Budapest Hotel. Love this film. It's funny. I was worried because I saw the filmmaker's review of it, and he said every time he seems to watch it, it's not as funny. But for me, I find it hilarious, and I absolutely loved it. Cast is fantastic, like most Wes Anderson films, and it's really well done. And the cinematography and the sets, I'm not going to put that back yet because your camera's going to fall down. It was really cool. The next is Fish Story. I think this is the last one. Yep, the last one. A film I wish more people would see. You can tell it's a low budget film, but it's brilliant. It's different. It stands out, and it has a fantastic story into it. Over how many decades is it? 37 years. All around this one punk song, and more people need to see it. I wish more people would see it. I recommend going out there and just trying to get a copy of it before it disappears from the face of the earth. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you again, Alex, for this opportunity to do this challenge. I'm not going to nominate anyone because I don't know who's done it and who hasn't done it, and just in case, I don't want to step on anyone's toes or anything. So thank you very much, Alex, again, and everyone have a lovely day. If you've got any films to recommend, drop them in the comments, because I just want to watch more films. The more the merrier, I would say. And part 2 of my collection will be out today or tomorrow. I might record it today and release it tomorrow because I've got work all day, so might record it this afternoon and post it tomorrow. So anyone, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day. Stay safe.